Hi, I'm Scott Olson, co-founder of LTCshop.com and author of Long-Term Care Insurance Now. What is the worst way to self-insure for long-term care? Lots of people talk about self-insuring for long-term care. It should really be described as self-funding, not self-insuring. But since self-insuring is the more common phrase, I'll use self-insuring for this discussion. There are lots of different things that come to mind when someone thinks about self-insuring. The kind that I read about the most on the internet is this. You ready? Tell yourself that you are going to self-insure for long-term care. That's it. Nothing else. Tell yourself you're going to self-insure for long-term care. And maybe even on a post on the internet say, oh, I've decided to self-insure for long-term care. That's the worst way to self-insure. Many people just tell themselves and only themselves their plan to self-insure is to self-insure. They never have a meaningful conversation with the people who mean the most to them. They never have a meaningful conversation with the people who will be responsible for their care. I'm going to say that again because that can be pretty scary, a pretty scary thought. But at some point in your life, it's very likely that there will be someone else responsible for you. And you need to have a meaningful conversation with that person. And here's something that you may not have realized. When you need care, you will not be the one making the big decisions anymore. When your health or your cognition is compromised and you need help with basic daily tasks, the people you have invited into your life, your most precious loved ones, will be responsible for your care and your safety. They will be the ones making the big decisions. If you have never shared with them your plans to self-insure, how do you know they will do it? Keep in mind, planning for long-term care is not planning for your death. Planning for long-term care is planning for the quality of life that you'll have should your health become compromised and you need daily assistance with basic activities. But even more importantly, planning for long-term care is planning for your loved ones' quality of life should your health become compromised and you need basic assistance with daily activities. The purpose of planning for long-term care is to minimize the negative consequences a long-term care event would have on the people you love the most. The purpose of planning for long-term care is to minimize the physical, emotional, and financial stress that comes with caregiving. So please, for the sake of your loved ones, do not keep your plan to self-insure a secret. Sit down with your loved ones, discuss it, agree on a plan, and write it out in detail.